This figure is extremely over-engineered, but it's still pretty great. This is the Portgas D Ace by SH Figuarts. It is a really nice figure. If you don't have it, or you probably don't even watch One Piece. I know a lot of people don't. I got mine from a local place, but I do have a link in the description to Bigbadtoystore. Get all your collectibles, all your figures from there. Run those links up. They're going to help me review more stuff like this. Here's the box for the box nerds. There's a straw hat on the top with a little read up. The front has some nice graphics, some pictures. You can see some faces and some extra stuff. Side has Portgas the Ace on there. Fire Fist as well. You do get a bunch of product shots. Picture. Running, jumping, and all that stuff. All the Bandai stuff you can sneeze at. The bottom of the box also has a picture. Portgas the Ace Fire Fist. Now off the bat, we're gonna talk about this figure being over-engineered. You can kind of see some stuff off top, but what I want you to pay attention to are the shoulders. I'm gonna show you these hips and these knees and all of that, but I want to talk about sculpt and paint really quick just to get it out the way. He does have the tattoos on him. There's the Whitebeard tattoo on the back. I never understood why his name was Whitebeard, but he only had a white mustache. Maybe he had a beard back in the day. I'm not sure. But the sculpt, paint, and details is everything you would need from it to be Ace, and I think it looks pretty good. Now I want to talk about the over-engineeredness of this, if that's a word. I don't think it is, but I just made that up. But you can see with the shoulder, they did like, one thing I don't like about the One Piece line is they do this like shell shoulder thing. It's the same on Luffy. That's really where I noticed it. They did that like shell shoulder thing. I'm not really sure why they're doing that. But you can see like there's like this inner shoulder that moves up with it, which they really didn't need to do. It's just a lot. And there's like this little piece back here that's separate from everything too. And it like floats. I'm not really sure why they went that route. Now I pushed it down. I can't even get it up. But I'm not sure what the deal was with this shoulder. That's interesting. And also the torso. They gave him 2 joints. Because Ace does do a lot of jumping and flipping and like falling back and shooting and stuff. So it makes sense, but I just feel like it didn't have to look like that. They could have done it differently. Probably. I'm not a designer, so I don't know. But I don't know. It just could have been a little bit different, I think. For the hips, you do get like this crazy joint. I'll show you an inside view of this. A dude on my Instagram photo wall. He took this all apart and he showed the inside of this and how crazy it is because it's pretty crazy. It's not like a drop down. It shifts out, and then you do one thing I wish they would have did on Luffy was they gave him a drop down knee so he can get the full range. Not a drop down knee. It's like a drop down at the upper thigh up there. As you can see the shift. See, that's in, and then that's down. Very over-engineered. I will go over articulation so you can see that. The head is on a double ball peg system, so you can get that going any which way you want. I do like how the necklace is glued to the back of the body, so you don't have to worry about it floating around. And it kind of hides the neck joint a little bit. So that's cool. You do get a 360 on the head too. Shoulders will go up that far. And that's another thing I don't get. They over-engineered the shoulder, but it doesn't do anything more than a regular shoulder. Marvel Legends with a basic shoulder, and it goes up fairly the same. I don't really understand. I was expecting this to like go all the way up. But you do get a 360 on that. You get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. You get the telescopic wrist, go up, down, all around. The torso, I showed a little bit already, but it will go back that far, which is very far. It'll go forward very far. I do like it, even though I think it's over-engineered. That's going to be the running theme of this video is over-engineered because there's just a lot of cuts in this guy. That far, it will swivel a little bit at the top, and you do get a little swivel at the bottom. The sculpt just runs into the inside of this top of the pants, so it won't really hit it like you want it to. This knife is a separate piece, and it will articulate. Hips go up that far, back that far. You do get a drop-down knee. I showed it already, but I'll show it again. Drop-down knee, which will help with the range. So here's the range without the drop-down. Like, that's literally all it's going to do. And then once you pull it down, he'll go almost all the way back. I really like the ankles because they did one of my favorite things, which is the ankle rotation. So he will rotate on the ankles 360. The feet have a really impressive range going back and forward. That's almost parallel with the leg, so that's cool. I like that they did that. Ankle tilt with the toe articulation as well. So everything is packed in there. It can be a little fiddly, I will say. It's not one of those figures you can, well, you can pick it up and play with it, but it's a little bit of learning to it. Because the legs are a little fiddly, mainly because of that drop down. These ankles they're not loose. That's one thing I do like is nothing's loose on this guy. Everything is pretty tight and everything is where it's supposed to be. Let's go over accessories. I would say really quick, but he has a lot of accessories. For starters or accessories, you will get his hat and hair combo because it's like a swappable thing. You just pop the faces on here. I do like Ace with his hat, but I also like Ace right before he fought Teach, when he fought Blackbeard. So that's really why I display him like this. But here's the hat hair combo. This is a soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking. This is a little tricky thing here because these little pieces clip onto the front of this hair. This is one separate piece, so you can display them without the little dangle doggles if you want. You can get that going, and then these are, like I said, separate. You also will get his backpack. Really nice touch, you know. I mean, it's how we first saw him, so of course they were gonna put it in the box. It is a soft plastic too, just in case you were wondering. Can't open it. It would have been nice for it to open so you could store some accessories maybe. A bunch of hands. You get every way you saw his hands in the show. He can cross those fingers. Open hands, grippy hands for the backpack strap because he doesn't use weapons. Also get 2 fisted hands in the box that come on him. You get a bunch of faces for Ace. I like these ranges. You got happy Ace, smirking, sleeping, yelling. You know, Ace was always trying to go to sleep somewhere, so pretty funny. Also get an extra face for Luffy, like a really happy face for Luffy, which is pretty cool. And you also get some fire effects. His name is Fire Fist Ace. He has the Flame Fruit, which is a Logia type, so he can pretty much turn his whole body into fire. We didn't really see him do it a lot in the show. What's the name does it more? Sabo does it more than Ace. I feel like Sabo has more control over the fire. That's just me, though. But Ace was a badass regardless. But you do get a lot of stuff. Like, this is an entire fist you can pop in. You can pop on him. I don't want to do it because it's a little finicky. Let me try it. This is also separate pieces. So you can take this bracelet off. This little clear piece pops off too. I don't like taking it off because it doesn't like... It likes to float around, if that makes sense. But you can... Let me move the bracelet. You can pop this on here. And you can get a Fire Fist Ace if you want. You can also get these little attachments that will plug into... You can see a little port. You see a little port right there, and you can pop this in there. So you can have the flame look all different kind of ways. So if you need the flame to look like that, like it's longer, you can do that. You can also port a shorter flame in there. You can port this shorter flame in there if you want to do that. I do really like the way they casted and painted these, if that's paint, because it looks pretty good. It looks like Ace is a Fire Fist, which he is, so it's pretty cool. So you can stack accessories. So say if you wanted a flame fist, if you wanted a Fire Fist, but his arm too, you can get that going. Pretty easy, just pops on like the regular fist, and you get Fire Fist Ace in all his glory. You also do get the jacket with the little scarf. This is a pretty nice touch. I was not expecting this. One thing about this One Piece line is they keep doing these plastic, ugly ass overlays for capes and stuff. Like I got Law, which I have to do a review on. I have Law and I took the jacket off. Sabo I have to review too. I took the jacket off because it was just plastic. But they went the extra mile and they gave Ace soft goods. It's even wired. So that's cool. This is also wired, I'm assuming. Yeah, this is wired too. I don't plan on ever displaying him like this, so I've never taken it out. I've never put it on the figure. So forgive me if you want to see that on the figure. I'll probably put a picture up for you because I'm not doing it. Let's get into size comparisons. I want to compare him to all the One Piece stuff I have. First, we're going to do Fire Fist Ace next to his brother because that's who he loves. Here's Fire Fist Ace next to Luffy and Sabo, his brothers that love him so much. Kind of sucks that Ace died. Spoilers if you didn't know. Sucks that Ace died because I would have loved to have seen this reunion on screen. It would have been great. And then here's Ace next to Zoro and Law. I have not reviewed any of these yet. I did a review for Sabo, but I didn't like it, so I got to redo it. But here's Ace next to Nami, Romance Dawn. Here's Ace next to Yusuke and a Kenny Kumin from SH Figuarts. And here's Ace next to the legendary Goku and the MHA new Deku they released. Here he is next to Tanjiro. Damn, Tanjiro got a big ass head too. Here he is next to Jeditoy's Fei Long and a Marvel Legends Captain America. And then here he is next to a Fresh Monkey Fiction Monster Force Operation Red or Code Red, whatever his name is, and the Valaverse Bone Collector version 2. Here he is next to a Lightning Collection Silver Wolf Ranger from Wild Force and a Red Ecliptor. And then here he is next to a Mafex AOA Magneto and a McFarlane Armored Batman, which is off screen because they're so fucking big. But there you have it, folks. That is my review of the SH Figuarts Fire Fist Ace. I really like this figure. It can get no better if you ask me. I know the Variable Action Heroes one is really nice, but that one's really expensive. I will have a link in the description to Ace, so if you want this figure, I know Bigbadtoystore has it in stock right now, so as soon as you buy it, it'll ship like the next day. So if you really want Ace, go get it. Shout out to everybody who made it this far in the video. Shout out to everybody using those affiliate links. I really appreciate the views. I really appreciate the likes. I really appreciate y'all using those affiliate links because they help me review stuff like this. Like, comment, subscribe. Watch one of these other videos on the screen. Make sure you click the link in my description to Bigbadtoystore, and I'm out.